and delegates present here. Once again, the IEEE IAIE PALS Joint Chapter Kerala is live for the most awaited closing ceremony of MedHack, the National Online Hackathon. Today, we are going to witness the glorious victory of the winners of MedHack, and also we have our beloved professional lexicon and the chief guest, Dr. Abhishek Apache, with us. Without any delay, let's begin the closing ceremony of MedHack. We are beginning the ceremony with the welcome address of Professor Bijuki, the Vice Chair of IEEE IAIE PELS Joint Chapter Kerala. He is the one who constantly supported and guided the entire team for achieving this height. He does not set out to be a great leader, but becomes one by the equality of his actions and the integrity of his intent. Without your proactive efforts, this wouldn't have taken shape, sir. With great pleasure, I welcome Professor Bijuki, the Vice Chair of IEEE IAIE PELS Joint Chapter Kerala section, for the welcome address. Sir, please.
Thank you, Niveda, for the kind words. Respected President of the function, Dr. Bijina Kunyam, Chair IAIE PLS Joint Chapter Kerala. Chief Guest of the day, Dr. Abhishek Apaji, Chair IEEE Site, Bangalore Section. Secretary IAIE PLS Joint Chapter, Dr. Vasanthi. Professional Student Lexicon members, Professional Lexicon, all other members of IEEE Kerala Section, and all participants. Good evening, one and all. So today we have come to the closing ceremony of the 24-hour hackathon MedHack, organized by IAIE PLS Joint Chapter Kerala. The 24-hour hackathon was inaugurated on the last Friday by Dr. Chanakya, who is the Vice Chair, Humanitarian Activities Committee, India Council. And in fact, even though the hackathon was scheduled for 24 hours, considering the current weather and internet issues, we extended the hackathon to 36 hours. And we had a pretty good participation, and we had 20 plus registrations, and at the end, 12 teams very actively participated in the hackathon. And yesterday, by 11 o'clock in the AM, the competition was over, and the mentoring session that was followed by the mentoring session, and it was led by Professor Pravin James, and thereafter our evaluation was started. The evaluation was done by a panel of 3 professional Exicom members, Professor Pravin James, Professor Jitin K. Jose, and Professor Aji Joseph George. And they had conducted the evaluation pretty satisfactorily, and they were able to complete the evaluation process and prepare the result in time. So I take this opportunity to extend our sincere thanks to all our judges. And without taking much time, I am straight come to my duty of welcoming the audience. So all the activities of IAIE PLS Joint Chapter is led by our vibrant, strong leader, lady leader, Dr. Bijina Kunyam. I welcome Bijina Madam to this function. The chief guest of today is a very active, young, vibrant person from IEEE Bangalore section. He is very active. He is very active with the site activities. He is very active with the technical activities, and he used to conduct a lot of technical things, R&D activities, lot of webinars on latest technical subjects. And in fact, even though I have not met him personally, I had a very close interaction with him via online through many webinar activities. So, and I hope we will have more interactions in the future also with Dr. Abhishek Apaji. So I welcome Dr. Abhishek Apaji to this function. Welcome, Dr. Abhishek. Now I welcome our Secretary, Dr. Vasanthi. In spite of some technical issues, some internet issues, she is able to join with us today. I welcome Dr. Vasanthi to this function. And all our activities are being mentored and planned by our professional lexicon team, which consists of a lot of experienced persons with expertise in the field of power, energy, power electronics industry. So many people are there. So I welcome all our professional lexicon members to this function. And our activities are being orchestrated by our student team, a very vibrant student Exicom team, starting with Ruben, Eldo, Niveda, Govind, Suraj, and all other I am not in the limited time. I am not able to mention all the names, and I welcome all our vibrant student execom team members to this function. And I welcome all the members, senior members, life senior members, student members, graduate student members of IEEE Kerala section to this function. And the last but not the least, I welcome all our participants to this function. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for welcoming the gathering and your supportive words. Next is our presidential address. And for the presidential address, I welcome Dr. Bijna K, the chair of IEEE IAIEPALS Joint Chapter Kerala. She has been a constant support, a good mentor, and a great leader. She is one of the proactive members of our professional executive committee whose boundless encouragement and persistence made us achieve this milestone. Now, I humbly invite Dr. Bijna K, the chair of IEEE IAIEPALS Joint Chapter Kerala, for the presidential address. Please, ma'am.
Good evening, dear participants. Our chief guest of the day, Dr. Abhishek Appaji, the professional execom and the student execom members of IAEPLS joint chapter. This medical hackathon was a brainchild of basically our execom members and the person who worked hard. Uh, I think he had everything designed in his head and brought it into real shape with the group of student execom leaders. Our Ruben and team deserves a big round of applause. The way they devised the whole thing, they worked it out in spite of the very bad weather here, with all the members spread out at various positions in the state, and indeed the team members who were actually placed at different parts of the country. With all these diversities, with all the hurdles in between, also, our team could actually conduct it in the most commendable manner, with three panel of judges evaluating each team very rigorously. And the teams also, since they were given the stringent conditions and criteria, they could also work so hard that they had to keep up to the standards and levels of expectations of the judges. And I'm sure that they are going to be successful in their future also. I want to tell this particularly to all the participants who were there. Uh, those who have won is winning after a long number of failures. So those who have never has not hit the first two positions, doesn't matter. You are all winners, because you have come out as the best among a lot of teams all over the country. And the way the problems were suggested, it was devised, it was the conceptualized and prototyped and presented before the judges. You are all champions, the champions behind the scene and the champions before the scene also. So I really want to congratulate every participant here, and I'm indeed very happy that today on the closing ceremony we have Mr. Abhishek, Dr. Abhishek Appaji with us, who is again a real innovator and thinker also, a person who can actually guide you through to the humanitarian activities and projects, technical projects associated with the humanitarian activities. And I want all of you to listen to him and be successful in life, be an IEEE volunteer throughout. Thank you very much, and congratulations to the whole team members who participated and our complete team of coordinators. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your inspirational words and for presiding over the inaugural ceremony. Next, we take this opportunity to thank our mentors and judges. So I invite Govind to present the poster for thanking the mentors and judges. Govind and Eldor, it's time for the posters of judges and mentors.
Govind Eldo, please share the screen. Govind Eldo, is there any technical issue there? Yeah, now I
Yes,
think
sir, it's coming up.
it's coming. Yeah. If there is any delay, we can have it after the chief guest talk also. If there is some delay.
Whether we can have after.
Yeah, now it's coming. Yeah.
Okay.
Whether we can after this.
Okay, yes.
Okay.
No, we'll have this after.
After finishing here.
Okay, moving on with great privilege, I introduce our chief guest of the day, Dr. Appaji, Dr. Abhishek Appaji. He's working as institutional coordinator for R&D and assistant professor at BMS College of Engineering, Bangalore. He's a graduate of MIT Global Entrepreneurship Bootcamp specialized in new ventures leadership. His PhD was in mental health and neurosciences from Maastricht University, the Netherlands. Abhishek is a senior member of IEEE. He was the chair of IEEE Young Professionals Bangalore section during 2017 and 2018. Currently, he is the joint treasurer and site chair of the IEEE Bangalore section from 2019. Treasurer of IEEE TMS Bangalore chapter and YP lead of India. And also the webmaster and MD chair for IEEE PES Bangalore chapter and advisor for IEEE EMC BMSCE chapter. He has received various grants from Indian agencies like DST, PBT, BIRAC, and from abroad. His awards are numerous. Pointing out some, he has renowned laurels including IEEE International Best Paper Award in Malaysia, MGH Camtech Judgeathon Awards, and Best Nodal Coordinator Award, Gandhian Young Technological Innovation Award 2016, and also the Elderly Care Hackathon, the Netherlands winner of Class 5 MIT, and Global Entrepreneurship Camp, MGA Young Professional Achievement Award. Then also the R10 YP Achievement Award. So it was a great honor for me, sir, for read out all your profile. And I'm truly honored to invite you for the keynote address, sir. Please.
Yeah, thank you, Niveta. And let me present my screen. Okay. Yeah, thank you, Biju sir, for inviting me for this unique hackathon, I would say. And also Bijuna madam, whom I get to know, she also know many of my colleagues in BMS College of Engineering. So thank you for inviting me for this hackathon. Oops. Okay. Yeah. So what is that we are going to discuss today is we are trying, let's see if we can try to understand some of the concepts of IEEE and IEEE site. So I also hold various positions as Niveta has already read. So let's go on. So right now we are in the new normal. So before what we were trying to do is we were having the same hackathon physically. Now it has become online. So it's a new normal. More importantly, people are more interested about, especially the organizers are more worried about their participants attending. So there is a lot of threatening happening saying, if you don't attend, you won't get certificates. But what is our participants' problem is which webinar is today. So every day we are talking to our computers, which is right now we are happening. Even right now also I'm talking to my computer and it's indirectly going to you guys. So most importantly, morning as soon as we get up, we are seeing which is the webinar which we are going to attend today, which is the competition we are attending today, which is the quiz we are taking, what is the certificate we are gaining today, which one I have to follow up, did I get any certificate on my inbox. So end of it, you will have lots of certificates on your, e-certificates. I don't know how they will help you out. And what is happening now is the corona cases. I mean, Kerala is blessed; you have been controlling really well, but it's not the same throughout India or throughout the world. But the number of corona cases is COVID-19 cases is exponentially growing. More exponentially, the number of webinars and such competitions are growing. So this is the inference, and I'm sorry to know the situation is not really good in Kerala, but yeah, every year we face this kind of situation, and I'm sure you guys will beat that and again come back. So what am I known for? Apart from what Niveda said, I have few things which I'm known for. Is many of them really like my talk. That's how I know Biju sir, and he invited me. And I'm an educator. I teach people about various trending and state of art technologies. I learn myself out of curiosity and then teach others also. Being a teacher, that's my job. I'm known for biomedical engineering or whatever your MedHack which you're doing. Probably I'm the best person to involve and try to understand what projects we are doing. Research is something which I really love, and that started since my inception of my engineering education. So funding, I've got a lot of fundings even from IEEE, from non-IEEE. I work with a lot of startups. I mentor them. I help them out in raising some funds and also applying for some fundings and helping them to move on the right path. I love traveling. I've traveled to Kerala many times. I've traveled all over the world globally. That's something which I'm desperately missing at this pandemic time. I'm just waiting for pandemic to get over so that I can start back traveling all over. So known for multitasking, networking. I've got many awards in IEEE, non-IEEE. And most importantly, I do things very differently and something different and very differently. So next thing is people call me synonymous to IEEE. So I have been present most of the IEEE platforms, and which that's how my professional growth also, and that's how it has contributed to my professional growth as well as my personal growth. So I don't have much slides to tell about, but when I spoke to Biju sir, he said if I can talk about one of our project which we are trying to do at this pandemic times. So IEEE HAC has been HAC and site, that is Humanitarian Activities Committee and Special Interest Group on Humanitarian Technology. I get to know that Dr. Chanakya, who was there last week, and he has tried to explain you about what is site and what is HAC and how you can start, how can you apply for funding. So I won't be covering that, but what is that I'll be covering is one of the projects which we are trying to do at this pandemic time. So the project title is 3D printed self-care kit for underserved community in urban slums. So we are targeting one of the urban slums in Bangalore. So this was also published in Spectrum in June edition, and you can also look into about more details there. But what is that we are trying to do is we are making them a kit for people who are affected with pandemic. It's not that privileged people who have some access to technology, access to whatever the resources they require at this pandemic time. We are targeting people, especially in a place like slums, urban slums. So what we are trying to do is we are doing some of these 3D printing materials. And if you know the 3D printing technology, each of them, they take some time for you to actually print and project it on, print and get it ready so that you can start distributing. So these are some of the kits. The one which you can see on the right side. Who are all involved in that before that? So IEEE site, I'm chair of Bangalore section. So I wrote this proposal, got it on behalf of the section. And then IEEE Bangalore section, of course, BMS College of Engineering, they are more like helping us, facilitating us with all the required infrastructure and the student branch. And there is a delivery partner, Bharat Vikas Parishad, I guess you know about them. So they are actually helping us to find the right community where they really need this. So they are helping us to distribute this. So apart from this, so what are the contents of these kit is, it's a very unique contents. We have made one small box which has some contents. So what are those contents? You see this one, this is known as handy, where you can, so I'm not in my office, if not I could have really showed it on my camera, but this handy, you can just hold it, lift something, press some lift buttons, or try to open the door, close the door, and do any kind of activities you want using that handy. Next is we have this, like the sanitizer bottle is there. You can just put this flat thing on the sanitizer bottle. Just press it using your elbow rather than your hand, where there may be possibility of transfer of any kind of virus. So what we came up with larger surface area, which is very uniquely designed such that it fits the neck of the sanitizing bottle, and you have to just use your elbow and use it to just sanitize your hand rather than just using directly your hand. You can use your elbow, and there is very low possibility that your elbow comes in touch with your face, nose, or your mouth, or any other parts where the virus can enter. So we are using the elbow to eject the sanitization fluid or sanitizer. Other thing we have is this one is door opener. So in case there are many places where the frequent door opening happens. So at that place you can just fix this, and you can open it using elbow rather than conventionally using your hands to open. And then we have this finger cover. Finger cover is really good. So you have to just use this finger cover, put it on your thumb as well as this index finger. And there is small edge, what you can see on the screen, which is used to actually remove it. So this both will help you if you're frequently using your thumb to attack some particular point. You can use it, and then maybe in lifts you're going very frequently, or some places are accessing some public keyboard, public ATMs, and so on and so forth. So these are traditional kits, and apart from that, we are giving one more kit, which is not much of our contribution, but it complements the existing kit. I mean, it complements the kit which we are trying to distribute to all our community people. So this one has gloves and then some kind of sanitizers and mask, different kinds of mask, and all the kits in one small kit. And that, along with this, whatever the 3D printing materials, we'll put in this box and then try to distribute to people. So where are we now? We have almost printed 20 to 30 of them, and we'll be soon distributing to more than 200 people. And we have also requested other funding agencies to give us so that we can distribute to more geographical areas in and around Bangalore section. So these are some of the workings of whatever we are trying to do. So as of now, we had around 2 to 3 of 3D printing machine. And recently, BMS College procured around 3 more of printing machine. And full-fledged, all the machines are running 24/7 literally to actually print all these materials. Yeah, these are some other snapshots. I will see if the video plays. Okay, it's going somewhere. Never mind. So it's the working of the machine, which most of you would have seen how 3D printing machine works. So having said this, some of the other project, I know this is very dull slide. It's not really attractive like others, but I just put it across when the other speakers were talking. So what are other projects I've worked on? I've worked on digital X-ray. So it's the X-ray machine right now. What we have has a lot of exposure. It consumes a lot of power. So we have come up with an indigenous X-ray machine, which is in my lab, where we can easily do the X-ray of extremities like legs and arms. So this is basically for people who are affected, road traffic accidents is very common. And being in a city like Bangalore, it's really tough to beat the traffic. COVID has reduced it, but it's not that it has completely gone. So number of accidents have also increased. So we have come up with our own kit, our own X-ray machine, portable one, which can be easily, it can acquire and also transmit the images. Next is SCKC, Smart Eye Kiosk for community screening. So again, this we have worked with a community where we have this community where we can do the screening, mass screening of people of eyes. So the beauty of this is you need not, if you have seen, I know many of you wear this spectacles. So you would have gone and there's an ophthalmologist who can actually try to see what is happening in your eyes. And then he can tell, okay, wear this specs and this is some of the diseases and so on and so forth. So we have done everything automated. It will be lying alone like your ATM machine without any help. You can just put your chin and then it try to acquire some of the images of the eyes and you can see what's happening inside. And it can transmit it to a doctor also who is not present at that place. So it is majorly for airports or metro stations and so on and so forth. So a light group of people. Trauma kit is another kit. As I said, the very common thing which we see in Bangalore and many of the thickly populated cities is that accidents. So what we did was, instead of waiting for an ambulance, you call an ambulance. It takes really good amount of time to come and pick the patient and go. Instead of that, we came with the trauma kit, which is very small kit. You just put it on in dicky of any of your cars, in the backside of your car. And then whenever the accident occurs, you have to just unfold it, stabilize their spine, and then stabilize their neck, and they're ready to go in the three-wheelers or in the car or any other such kinds. And a few others have done something on gestational diabetes. I've done something on related to a belt kind of thing for mothers, so that we can measure some of the parameters of the baby as well as mother. So these are a few of the things which I've worked on, and I'll be happy to connect with you guys. So these are some of my coordinates. I'm very active on all the social medias. You can send me requests on Facebook. Facebook is actually full. Almost 5,000 people have reached. I can't enhance it, but LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, I'm active in all these platforms. And also I have my YouTube channel. You can check there. So yeah, that's what I wanted to cover. And thank you. So what do you mean?
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. It was really insightful listening to you. And all the ideas you shared, it was truly informative. Thank you so much, sir, for being with us today. Next, we are going back to the thanking of mentors and judges. So, Govind, please put up the poster for thanking our mentors and judges. Govind, yes. Okay, first, the IEEE PLS Joint Chapter Kerala is very grateful to the mentors of MedHack 2020 who constantly supported us throughout the event. First, we thank Mr. Bhartendu Thakur, the Senior AI Engineer, Innovation Incubator, and also Mr. Karthik K, the AI Engineer at Innovation Incubator. And also we thank Professor Pravin James, the DLP and Humanitarian Activities Coordinator of IEEE IAEPALS Joint Chapter Kerala. Then Mr. Hari Prasad, the UI and US designer, Zelab Technologies. We also thank Mr. Shyam Pradeep, Alil CEO and co-founder in Visionary Future Tech Labs. Next, we thank the judges of MedHack 2020. Our judges were Professor Pravin James from Amaljodi College of Engineering, Kannur, and Professor Ajit Joseph George from Amaljodi College of Engineering, Kanchirapalli, and Professor Jitin K. George from Jodi College of Engineering, Thrissur. Thanks a bunch to all the judges and mentors for your wonderful support. Next, I welcome Dr. Bijna K, the chair of IEEE IIEPLS Joint Chapter Kerala, for announcing the winners. Here comes the most awaited moment. Over to you, ma'am.
Yeah, it is. Am I audible now?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello, am I? Yeah, okay. So, congratulations to all the winners. So, we have two successful teams this time. The second team, I'll say the runner-up. The runner-up is team number 8. The leader is Akshita Gupta. And the members, Akshita Gupta, Akya Kalia, and Anjali Soni. Congratulations to all of you. And the project that they were doing was social distance detection using OpenSiri and AI. Congratulations to the runners-up. And here are the real winners. The team number 34, led by Sneha N. And the members Nikhil Amalajaran, Kishore S. and Shiva Sambat. They did a project on advanced health monitoring kit. So congratulations to both of you, runners-up team number 8 and the real winners team number 34. All the best to the winners.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for announcing the winners. And I'd like to coin a few words. Whenever you participate in a competition, you will either win or learn. So we hope all the participants have got a lot of winnings and learnings from this event. Next, I would like to invite Dr. Vasanti V, the Secretary of IEEE IAEPALS Joint Chapter Kerala, who is guiding us throughout the great journey and giving us all the support for making this a grand one. Gratitude is not only the greatest of virtues, but the parent of others. With all due respect, I welcome you, ma'am, for expressing the gratitude to the dignitaries and the delegates who are present here. Over to you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Good evening, all. Respected President of the Day, Dr. Bijana Kunju, Chair of IAIE-PELS Jawan Chapter, Professor Biju, Vice Chair of the Chapter, Chief Guest of the Evening, Dr. Abhishek Appaji, Chair IEEE Site Bangalore Section, professional and student EXICOM members, participants of MedHack 2020. A warm good evening to all. And we are happy that MedHack 2020 came to an end successfully in spite of the adverse climatic conditions. Hearty congratulations to all those who worked hard to make this program a grand success. And I congratulate all the winners of the program. Now coming to my duty, let me thank our Chief Guest, Dr. Abhishek Appaji, Chair, IEEE Site Bangalore Section, who spent his valuable time with us in this evening and also enlightened us with his informative words. Now, thank Dr. Bijana Kunju, Chair of the Joint Chapter, who is a constant. Now I thank Dr. Bijana Kunju, source of motivation and support for us in all the activities.
Thank you.
I thank Professor Biju, Vice Chair of the Joint Chapter, who is the backbone of all the activities of the Joint Chapter. Heartful thanks to the student EXICOM members for the hard work behind this program.
Thank you.
All the professional EXICOM members who supported us these days. I
So is there any network issue with Vasanti madam? Hello, Vasanti teacher? Hello? Vasanti teacher has some network issues. Hello, Vasanti teacher?
Yeah,
So she was also almost at the end.
Yeah, hello, sir. Hello, sir. Can
hello,
you hear me?
Dr. Abhishek? Yes, Abhishek.
Okay,
Yeah, she
fine.
has network
And
issues.
it was all the
Yeah.
end.
And Abhishek was about to tell something. Abhishek? Hello, Abhishek?
No, sir. I also wanted to join you all in congratulating them
Okay.
from my side.
Thank you.
And if they need any help, if they need from my side, they can write to me and I can help them out.
Sure.
Thank you.
So our student
Thank you, sir.
EXICOM members, Abhishek is very active in all the social media platforms. So and he is used to post many updates in social media. So all you please send friend request to Abhishek to LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, etc. So that you will get updated about IEEE Bangalore section activities and Abhishek's activities.
Yeah,
also.
okay. Yes, sir. Okay.
Sure, sir.
Sure, sir.
So thank you, Abhishek, once again. Thank you, team, Bijana madam, everyone.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Good
thank you,
All,
ma'am.
thank you, Abhishek. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
And great.
Yeah,
all
thank
the
you,
best
Vasanti
wishes
ma'am,
to all the
for
participants.
guiding.
Yeah. So thank you all.
thank you.
Bye.
Yes, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your time and patience. We are extremely privileged to have you all here, and we appreciate your valuable
Thank
time
you.
and patience that you have shown.
My net connection
And
is
we
not
also
stable
thank
today
all the
also.
participants. Okay,
Thank you.
shall we continue, ma'am?
Yeah, yeah, it's done. Yeah.
Done.
Okay, bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.